start.
Well, thanks for coming. I told our players to, we always, whenever we grab a hand at the end of a game, say we're extremely grateful for the blessings to play this great game and at the level they can play it. Where they play it at, because I just made a point that our shooting body once again was out there in full force and even stuck around. I even looked up there at the end of the game and they were still there, so we're very grateful for that. And then the final part is just who they play with. I think we have a good bunch of players that care about each other and get ready for a big week. So I thought our defense came out and played really well. A little disappointed in red zone offense. There were a couple field goals I could have probably kicked, or what we could have went for, but I still want to put a lot of pressure on our offensive line and quarterback in those kind of situations because we know they're coming down the road. So with that, I'll answer any questions for you.
Front row right, Clay.
Coach, not to discount what JT did, but you put Cardell in, he got some meaningful minutes, and he contributed big. I mean, the tackle, the 2 TD passes, he hurdled the guy, and then what you're doing with Jalen Marshall. Took a direct snap, 30.
Yeah, I think we've been working on Jalen playing quarterback, first because he's very talented, second of all because whenever you start getting, you hear these stories. I've never been down to our 3rd and 4th string quarterback, but you're always trying to be ready in case something happens, and he's a gifted guy. So we're going to expand his package each week. But JT missed a couple wide open guys early in that game. But I was really impressed by the way he came back, and he made some very good plays in the second quarter. So, and Cardell, I think that was the first time we let him play. Usually he gets in there, we just kind of mush around. And he was in there with some really young linemen and still moved the ball, so I thought he did very well.
Front row left, Bill.
How hard really was it to focus on this, knowing what you got next week, and how quickly have you turned the page already?
Well, it depends what kind of team you have. I didn't feel it was hard at all. Partially because we didn't play very well the week before on offense. And defense is still a work in progress. They're playing pretty good, but offensively, a week ago, we had hard practices. We expect much more out of our offensive line than we got at State College. So I didn't feel it one bit. But now we'll focus, obviously, on this week.
Front row right, Tim.
Yeah, Ruben, what did Curtis Samuel start the game instead of Ezekiel Elliott, and what did you see out of Curtis Samuel that kind of caught your eye?
Just a week of practice. There's nothing quite like competition, and those two guys, I don't micromanage that position. I certainly give them, I listen and give my opinions, but Stan Drayton came to me middle of the week and said, I'd like to start Curtis Samuel this week. He's doing everything right, and practice extremely high level. And we still have great confidence in Zeke, but we have two guys who can play.
Far left, Austin.
Urban, it seemed like not just JT, but a lot of starters were out very early in the second half, earlier than maybe you have normally done in some blocks. Is that next week? I mean, is that?
Well, it's this time of year you're getting a little thin, with the tailback situation. Briante Dunn's not back yet, and I started, that was that position, and same thing at offensive line, you get very thin in some spots. So, we usually let you go in the middle of the 3rd quarter, we'll pull you out. But we made the decision to get guys out a little earlier.
JT's knee factor in that as well?
And we wanted Cardell to play. I was going to go right before we started to go out at halftime. We were going to let him go one more series. And then I just, I get feelings to get him out of that game. A little bit of the knee, because obviously time away from that injury heals it. And he's fine, ready to go, but just a smart thing to do, I think.
Middle front, Todd.
Urban, last 2 weeks JT hasn't been real sharp throwing the ball. Are you comfortable with where your throw game is going into East Lansing?
No, not yet. I like the way he finished his the 2-minute drill. He had 2 good passes. One was a corner route to Dontre Wilson, and then the touchdown pass to the tight end. So, no, we're not 100% there, and we're going to work real hard at the practice. I thought we had opportunities early in that game to hit some wide open guys. We just misfired, and whenever a quarterback throws high, it means the adrenaline. He was kind of juiced up, and Tom Herman, I just listened to the way he coaches on him, and. We have a lot of confidence, but that's one reason we kept trying to put him in those situations to get some more confidence. And he left the game at halftime feeling very confident.
But what percentage is he health-wise? Is he 100%?
Oh, I think he's pretty close.
And final questions, far left, Doug.
Urban, now that this game with Michigan State is here, with the way things went down last year, what was at stake when you guys lost that game? Do you think that has stuck with your guys now that you get another shot at Michigan State?
We've not talked about it much, in the offseason when, our strength coach, Coach Mick, does a little motivational stuff about how that was kind of, obviously the dream was ripped away from us, ripped away by a very good team, and we're going to face a very good team that we have a lot of respect for. So it's all about the most prepared team. That's what's going to win this game. And I don't think there'll be a whole lot of necessary, we'll do our part about motivation, but this is a motivated team, and I think the most prepared team will win it.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.